If you were personally victimized by college, please raise your hand. Only me. What is up, guys? It's Noelle. Welcome back to my channel. So today on our hot and spicy agenda, we'll be talking about something extra salacious today. College, aka the worst 4 years of my life. Shout out to you college freshmen. Congrats on making it this far. And if you're just like a regular college student, then Godspeed. I know stuff is hella weird right now because of COVID, but I'm wishing y'all the best freshman year or just college year in general. So I recently graduated college this past May, and I've been reflecting a lot on my college experience, and I thought that would be a really good idea to do a quick like back to school, going to school video. There's a lot of things I wish that I knew from the beginning. So basically this video is just to give you guys some advice and tips on ways to kind of conquer college and make it your own experience. I'm basically telling myself that I went through all that I went through in college so that you don't have to go through it too. Okay, so let's get right into it. First topic, let's talk about friends in college. Friends are like a part of college that can seriously impact your college experience. I know there's a temptation for right when you get to school to kind of lock down your friend group and get your friends secure because you don't want to be alone, but I'm advising you, please be very discerning when it comes to friends that you pick in college. Please pick your friends for the right reasons. Not because you guys like going to the same frat houses, not because they were the first person you met in orientation or they have the same favorite movie or artist as you. Pick the people that you naturally gravitate to, who you feel safe with, who you feel comfortable with, who you trust, because college is like very weird, uncharted territory, especially for kids that didn't go to boarding school. So you want people around you that you feel supported by, that you feel like you can go to when you're going through things, and people that will have your back. It's so important to be as discerning as possible in the beginning because that'll just make it that much easier for you down the line. Obviously, don't go super detective, read your vibe, Scorpio energy like I am, because I'm a little bit too much, but it's so important. Just like how you would pick like a partner, you would want to make sure that you have the best friends as possible. If you feel uncomfortable around somebody, if you feel bad vibes, trust your gut. I think the best test to know if somebody's a true friend is if you feel like you can be your uncensored self with them, if you don't feel guilty or self-conscious, or if you feel like you can trust them with your secrets, if they make you feel good while also pushing you to be better. Those are the kinds of friends that you want in college because you go through a lot of development during college and you want to make sure that you're surrounded by the best people as possible. Honestly, I didn't really have the best college experience because I didn't do this. I was very like, I'm gonna be friends with everybody. God said, guess again. You tried it, but how about we just, no. Yeah, so basically all I just have to say about that is just to be careful with who you pick as a friend and who you tell your secrets to, because not everybody has your best interest at heart. Like, wow. Please just, if you take anything away from this video, please take that with you. Okay, now let's get on to what you guys all want to talk about, dating. Okay, so to be completely fair, my school was like not a dating school. So like I can't really accurately explain college dating life, but I can definitely give advice on like the college hookup scene. So like when it comes to college relationships in like the broadest sense, I mean relationships, because you'll see when you go to college the things that people define as relationships. Adding myself to that one. Please stop making excuses for people. If you're in college, you're an adult, okay? Like get it together. This is like the general rule of thumb that like I've kind of learned in college, but like if you have to ask questions about how somebody feels about you, if they make you feel insecure, if you don't know where you stand, if you feel like you're a secret, all of these weird things,
throw away the garbage pail,
then leave. See the door? Just leave. I'm promising you, I'm trying to save you the heartbreak. Just go. Something that you'll learn as you grow and mature is that like no relationship is worth emotional or mental suffering. Like relationships, especially in college, should be easy breezy and fun and making you feel good about yourself. If you're in a relationship that makes you feel bad about yourself, you probably shouldn't be in that relationship. Like I always talk about on this channel, it's just all about self-respect and demanding more for yourself. And I know that's really hard. I'm seriously the example of somebody that it takes a really long time to get it. I finally understand that relationships are supposed to push you to be better and make you feel like something is being added to your life you know, like a nice healthy bonus. You're a complete person and the relationship is just the icing or the sprinkles on the cake, you know? You should never feel like you're in a relationship because you want to feel complete, or you should never feel like in a relationship somebody is taking away from you. You feel like you're shrinking and turning into a version of yourself that you don't like, okay? That's the telltale sign, especially in college, because I'm promising you, these people will run game on you. Gender neutral. People will run game on you in college if you don't demand respect for yourself. No college person is worth the stress, okay? You should be with people that make you feel good. And that's just that on that. It's just not worth your time. You already have enough going on, like in school already. You don't need to be juggling a crappy relationship on top of it. What I will say though, it's just like a word of advice, is just to please make sure that you're staying safe and you feel comfortable with whoever it is. If you ever feel uncomfortable with anybody you're ever with, confide in somebody you trust, whether that be like a friend or a professor or a parent or anybody. Just know that you should never be made to feel uncomfortable or unsafe in a relationship. Never let anybody mess with your sense of agency and power, because you're 1010% entitled to that. And you're also entitled to being treated with respect and kindness. Okay, so school. The reason why you're going to college in the first place, right? My biggest advice that I literally tell everybody, please try to stay as organized and efficient as possible. College can at most times be hella overwhelming, and sometimes it's not even school that's the most overwhelming. Sometimes you have drama with your friends, drama with your social life, drama on your sports team, drama in your club. And then when all of that stuff starts weighing down on you, you didn't set aside time to do that paper, and now it's the night before and you're cramming to write an 8-page paper because you let all of the other stuff get in the way. As often as you can, write things down in your planner. Remind yourself to get things done on a daily basis. Set aside time for studying. The more efficient you are, the happier and healthier you'll feel, and then the more fun you'll be able to have. For instance, for me, right after I would finish my classes, I would go back to my room or go to the library and do whatever homework that I could for that class, so that by the time that I went to dinner that night, I could go back to my room afterwards and just watch TV or relax, or if I wanted to go out with my friends, I would go out. Let me explain it this way. There were some times where the discipline just like literally like threw itself out of the window, and I was just like, oh, I don't want to do my homework, I don't want to do my homework, I don't want to write this paper. And it started to show up in other areas of my life. I was stressed, I was overworked, I wasn't getting enough sleep, I wasn't eating right, because I was just cramming all of the work that I needed to do in like an honestly godly amount of time. It was actually absurd. And honestly, I didn't feel or look that great either. Basically, is a really good way to sum this up is that everything will catch up to you, you know? Whatever leisure time you're taking and you're like, oh, I don't have to do this today, all of the things that you're neglecting will pop up eventually. So it's just best to like take care of things as you go. And I know, like, as somebody with anxiety, sometimes it's really hard to like cross off things off the checklist, which is why it's really important to like try and keep up as much of like a routine as possible, so your body can start to feel the groove of what it is that you're trying to establish for yourself. Okay, second thing when it comes to school, literally my favorite thing in the world, please, if you have the opportunity to, depending on your major, please study abroad. Whether that means going to a different country, going to a different school in a different state, I think almost every single person that I've talked to that has gone abroad has said that it was one of literally the best parts of their college experience. And I can especially say for myself, it was one of the most rewarding parts of my college career. I made so many friends, traveled to so many places, almost got trafficked in Ibiza, like nothing I would have ever experienced in my life if I stayed on campus. I also did like a performing arts program in New York City, so you know, you don't have to go to the country if you don't want to. There's so many options that your school provides. And I know a lot of people are concerned about like financial aid and all of that stuff, so what I would recommend to you is trying to get a meeting with your study away advisor as soon as possible, because something that I've learned is that like most of the times the people in the study abroad office want you to go abroad, sometimes even more than you want to go abroad. So they'll try and find whatever way they can to make it work for you and your family. Okay, so that is kind of like my big chunks of huge advice that I would say are the biggest themes that I noticed for myself in college. My social life, my friends, my dating life. But now I want to go into Rapid fire advice. Okay, this is something that I think every single college student should know. Most colleges offer free counseling services. Please utilize this resource. It's literally a hidden gem that I didn't take advantage of until my sophomore spring because I didn't know that it existed. And honestly, lots of college students on campus probably didn't even know that they had that resource available to them. Practice safety when you're out with your friends. Never leave a friend unattended. Never let a friend go to the bathroom by themselves. Never let somebody give you a drink that you did not personally watch be made. Never just in general drink a drink from a stranger anyways. Make sure all of your friends are home safe at the end of the night. People always like to talk about the fun in college and kind of just skim over the things that can be life altering. Please just make sure you do this because honestly, it could save somebody's life. Dining hall french fries and ice cream are not a meal, no matter how hard you try to make it a meal. Just something that became really important to me during college was learning how to properly nourish myself because I fully saw the effects in my body when I wasn't eating properly. Take care of your body. Don't be afraid to ask for help, whether that be academic or mental. There are so many resources that are available to students on campus. I just previously mentioned the mental health services that are available on campus, but there's so many academic resources available for students on campus that so many don't even have any idea of. Make your bed, empty your trash, clean your room, prioritize your sleep and your health. Do not, under any circumstances, send that person that paragraph. Your 21, 22-year-old college graduated self will literally want to beat you up for it. I promise you. Go to the Career Development Center. They can help you look over your resumes, your cover letters, and put you in touch with alumni that can help you when you get out into the real world. Protect yourself, and if you don't, please go to the health center. You know what I mean. Get a job on campus if you're able to. Not only is it a thing to add to your schedule, to add more structure to your life, but you can also make money. I've worked on campus as a note taker. I've worked in the alumni office with the annual fund. I've worked at a communications office student writer, and I've also worked as a writing tutor. There's so many other jobs like this and more at your school, and honestly, like, don't tell anybody I said this, but jobs where you can get paid while you literally do your homework. Try to make relationships with your professors and your bosses because those will be the people that are writing your recommendations and references for you. So you want to make sure that you have a good organic relationship with them. Everyone does not have your best intentions at heart. It's okay to make mistakes and take L's. That's literally how everybody learns. That's why I have so much to share because there's just L's everywhere. But you can turn the L's into W's. Never take classes on Fridays, and if you can, please never take a class that starts earlier than 10:30 a.m. I know that you were able to do high school 9 to 3, but I'm promising you 9 a.m.s in college hit so different. They hit so different that honestly, they're just unfathomable to me. I just couldn't do it. If I had a work shift that started at 9, I could do that. College class at 9? No can do. Also, make sure to keep track of how many classes you skip. Usually professors give like students maybe like 1 to 3 classes that they can skip, and I honestly would say save them till the end of the semester so you have more flexibility when it comes to later in the semester, because lots of students take them towards the beginning and then towards the end when they have a lot of stuff to do, they can't take off. College roommate horror story. I don't have a college roommate horror story. I loved all my college roommates, but I do have a college dorm horror story. Roll the clip, please. Literally so gross. Have fun and don't put too much pressure on these next 4 years of your life. There's this really toxic mentality that college is supposed to be the best 4 years of your life. First of all, I don't know about you, but I don't want to peak when I'm 22 years old, okay? Make your college experience what you want it to be, and that's what every single college freshman needs to hear around the world, okay? You're going to college for you, nobody else but you. So make it everything you want it to be. Live up to your own expectations, okay? Not society's, not your parents, not your friends, not your favorite teacher from elementary school, you, okay? It's in your hands, make it your own. That's how you have the best time in college, by living completely for yourself. It's gonna go by really fast. Please enjoy it and try to make the most of your experience. One day you'll blink and it'll all be over. I wish I knew that I could have made my experience everything I wanted it to be. I kind of realized that too late, and I wish I knew when I first started college that I didn't have to do what everybody else was doing, and that I could have done what I wanted to do, and I would have found spaces on campus where I would have been so much happier and fulfilled. I learned that it was completely okay to put myself out there and that I was in control of my destiny, and if I wanted to be happy, then I needed to actively seek that out myself rather than dealing with whatever circumstances I had and just accepting that as reality, you know? Like, college is yours. You can do anything you want to do. Join any club, travel to any place, okay? Like, if you want to feel like you're getting your money's worth out of college, take agency over it, okay? Do what it is that you want to do. And that is the video for today. I hope that was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. You know, I love to talk to you guys in the comments, but also if you don't want to leave something personal in the comments, please feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'll put it right over here. I see, read, and respond to all my DMs, so don't forget to check me out over there. But also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I can't wait to see you guys next Wednesday. Bye!